Like, he got real detailed just to make a mark to just remove material.
Diva over here?
Just
Princess?
saying. Just saying.
Side quest.
You guys in your matching shirts.
Shut up, Justin.
Back in my day, before power tools.
I think that dog will hunt there. Not just the fun and antics, but the bull. Before we dive in, I want to talk about today's sponsor, BetterHelp, and their mission to make starting therapy way easier than you think. It's as simple as filling out a questionnaire and you'll be matched with a therapist in just a few days. And here's the thing, you don't have to be struggling with something like anxiety or depression to actually get value out of therapy. BetterHelp is a safe place to talk about anything on your mind. No judgment, just real talk. You'll get guidance from professionals who are all about listening, asking the right questions, and helping you see things from a fresh perspective. They've helped me navigate through work-life balance, health and wellness, and even relationships. Think of therapy as a tool to help you grow and becoming a better version of you. So if you're ready to take that first step, head over to betterhelp.com/blockhead and get 10% off your first month. Commit to your growth and take the first step today. Now, let's get back to the video.
What up, Block fam? Welcome to today's episode. Coming off the ProCharger box there because we're installing a ProCharger. Yay! Woo! With me here, Chris at Sick Glide, 27-year master level tech. For those of you that don't know what a ProCharger is, it's a supercharger. For those of you that don't know what a supercharger is, it's what we call forced induction. An engine is essentially an air pump. Air in, combusting it, pressure out, goes down the driveline, gives you horsepower, gives you torque. This is pushing more air into the engine, more air, more power.
In a simplified way, absolutely.
Very...
It's ultimately driven off of the crank via belt, and then it's sent through basically an air compressor. For those of you that don't know, it's basically an air compressor, and then it's forced back into the engine, or forced into the intake. In doing so, we can ramp that power up tremendously. I want to say they claim it to be about 75% bolt-on horsepower.
I want to give a big thanks to ProCharger on this one. Definitely recommend going to check out ProCharger. They're one of the biggest in the game and proudly made in the USA. Hell yeah, brother. I'll be sure to drop their link down in the description below. Also, they posted up the M8 Abrams that we built, which was pro-charged 135 for Burt King, which he's raffling off for Burt Salute to America. If you guys want to enter to potentially win that bike, go check it out. On that note, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. How do you want to do this crafty unboxing?
Well, we did it my way last time, so how do you want to do it?
That's a pretty big box. Tyson, what do you think? Yo, what the hell?
Dang, that worked out.
Just opened it behind my back. I was petting the dog, man. Got ourselves a nice snail here. So this is a ProCharger. Just to note, this is actually not made for the 2024 models or the 135. And going back and forth with ProCharger, big shout out to Walt and Dakota, appreciate you guys. Essentially, they were willing to send this to us and we were gonna figure it out. So that's what we're in the middle of doing. The biggest hang up is the new throttle body with the 135s. It's not clocked like the previous gens. They changed it for the new 24 models because it's a larger throttle body and they have to clock it in order to make it fit between the jugs, or between the heads. So this piece is what they refer to as the bonnet. So this has the filter in it. It is the part that attaches to the throttle body. So this goes to the breathers, and then this goes to the throttle body. Essentially, these holes, they do not line up. There's a couple different routes we can go in order to make this work. I've just actually contacted ProCharger and I asked them, this is a big ask, I know, and this probably won't work out, but it's worth asking because, like my dad always said, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So give it a shot. So we asked them essentially if they could not mill out all of this material right here. So this is all milled. Bro, this little net driving me crazy. If they were to leave that material and just continue that radius, essentially what we could do is drill out our own holes based on the new spots for the throttle body. That will probably require reprogramming their machines on their end. I don't know how difficult that is to do, but I do understand it's a big ask. So if they say no, totally fine. We do have a second plan in place. We would essentially come up with like a hub adapter, right? So in the car world, if you've got like 5x120 hubs and you want to switch to something else, 5x114 or something, you get a hub adapter kit. And so essentially that's the same thing that we would do here. So instead of having them bolt in here and here, we come up with a plate that would bolt to this one, and then we'll have an offset plate that will be able to bolt from the throttle body to here with our own measurements. And so we'll basically create a whole new plate or hub adapter, if you will, to bolt onto here. We extend essentially the ears and we leave all that material. We're looking at like 20 mil. So to here, 90. So if we did it at 100, that's what we're looking at, that like total radius all the way around. So just 100 mil blank material. So we just need filler material. We need a machine shop. Yeah. We need a mill and then the ability to weld aluminum. Even then, adding that much like material back to that backing plate is damn near impossible. I know somebody that could do it. His name's Billy Lane, but I'm not gonna ask that of him.
This is just to give us an offset, something to actually look at. Cut that out, look at that. Go Team America, that's the badge for Team America.
Day 2.
Welcome back. Went by the machine shop. I guess just to reiterate to you guys, the throttle body as it sets, this is 12 o'clock. So it used to be like this, which is the previous models. Now it is like this. Whenever this bolts up, it needs to be at this angle, which the ears on the back, well, basically where it bolts up, are now off. So what we needed to do was change this backing plate. So I contacted ProCharger. They would be able to mill us something new, but we wouldn't have it in time for the build off. Literally battle against the clock here. So machine shop sent me to a metal working place. Went down there, and as I was talking to the guy at the machine shop, he had the same exact idea that we had, which was to essentially create an adapter hub for it. So what we're gonna do is they've cut this chunk of 1/2-inch aluminum for us. It's not the prettiest, but that's totally fine, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna work it from here to be able to bolt up. But the diameter perfectly matches with the outside diameter of those bolt holes. So essentially get to cutting this thing up. So we need to clearance right here so that we can get it more over the center, make sure all the bolt holes are lined up. Then after we've got that all lined up, we will get the supercharger on, since that is 12 o'clock, and then we'll tap and die new bolt holes into the aluminum plating so that this is at the correct angle for the supercharger.
We get to eyeball this. Like, he got real detailed just to make a mark to just remove material. Could be another side quest. Side quest! I think that old dog will hunt right there. They're flat with the metal. See that? That old dog almost hunting. That blind dog be hunting, sniffing out a trail.
So put tape over it, mark where the holes are, and then transfer that onto the back of the plate.
We're learning something. I'm learning something.
It's like
I
when
guess
you
we're all
have to hang pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. So if this works, this will be the new Blockhead way of transferring stencil, or figuring out the holes on the back, on the blind side. I know where he's going, and I think it's gonna work, but it still looks comical.
That old dog is a doozy.
Yeah, exactly.
This
flip over.
has to go this way now.
Yeah, right? So
Yeah.
just use it like that.
We can tape it upside down. I like that too. This way, if we screw it up, we all screwed it up.
The dog might eat.
This dog will eat.
That old dog will eat.
Either way, we got to drill the holes and then countersink them.
see how well the painter's tape transfer worked. Drop a comment down below. We'll randomly select somebody to win this. Just kidding, we're not giving it away. It is kind of cool, you know, it's like literally the first supercharger that's going on a new 24 135.
Holy shit, guys. It lined right up.
Holy cats!
This hole just gets opened a little bit. That's like about lined up. Yeah,
damn near
needs
perfect.
to be oversized just a smidgen. Enlarge the hole one more.
So you just gotta make them a little bit bigger?
Don't you wish it was that easy in life? Go to the toolbox, grab the right tool, and make it a little bigger. It doesn't work that way in life. Toolbox comes with what it comes with. That's that right there. Like, so if you want to see, camera guy, what we did, you can show the people at home.
My name's Justin.
Okay, Justin. We get to play the game of where do we want to put these holes? Well, I think right with the line of the head is perfect. My mom just texted. No, for real. My mom just texted. Right here, look. It says Mama. She says, hey, tell John he's being a bitch.
Mama Kirch gassing me.
She sent Christmas dinner menu. And look, she still writes in cursive. You know, y'all that don't know how to read cursive.
Yo, they stopped teaching that in school.
I know.
There you go.
Look, you made a really messy circle.
What?
But he made a circle.
It's a clean circle. What are you talking about?
I mean,
It's pretty clean.
it's a little while.
Diva over here.
Just saying.
Princess.
Just saying.
Plasma
A jigsaw.
I think it'll work.
Hey.
Just take a little bit.
You want to do it old school? I got something for it. Pop it out and then you put it through and then you can cut the circle.
Back in my day, before power tools, and this was all orange groves.
Well, I'm just curious how quick it's going to cut, because if it's not cutting very quick, there's just no point. But this is the manual. This is how it would have been done. Look, guys, that's you know that's going to take an hour to get that circle, maybe even a smidge longer. But I don't want to do it.
use air tools.
Just getting covered, huh?
What's funny is whenever we're done, the only people that will know about this and the lengths that we went through to get this to fit and work are those of you watching. Kind of
These
funny.
are the things that go into motorcycles that people don't know about. Not just the fun and antics, but the bullshit. Love it.
You just put on a suit?
He just got formal.
You just for the occasion. Look. It's a different personality, Chris. You have to speak differently now that you're wearing a suit.
I must articulate my words fully.
What will those dogs do now, Mr. Chris?
Those dogs. Those dogs. I tell you what those dogs will do. They'll bugger off. That's what they'll do. I'm allergic to dogs. If you actually had glanced in the instructions, there's not a lot to do in here other than remove it and take the compensating bolt out, and then to retorque. We'll end up replacing the bolt with this, and this will become our carrier. This is a carrier bolt. So once that's bolted in, primary will get bolted onto here, and then the pulley will ride externally outside of the primary here, and then everything will get bolted externally.
Disassemble! Yep. Avengers reference, if any of you guys are fans, hit that thumbs up.
So now that we're here, are we doing anything here?
Yeah, actually. Be right back.
We should probably do that now.
There we go. So I just want to give a special shout out on this one to David, who used to work with S&S. He was supposed to quit and retire, but he ended up quitting and going to work for another company called All Race Brands, I think it's called. I'm pretty sure they own Recluse, a new clutch basket from Recluse that is supposed to have great grabbing power, so no clutch slippage, especially like since we're boosting this bike. It's a 135 already. It's not supposed to have extra clutch pressure. So for those of you that have gone up in power and you need like stiffer clutch springs or like an upgraded clutch basket, usually that comes with a much harder clutch grab. But this is supposed to be similar or lighter clutch grab.
See that it has. Weighs nothing.
Big shout out to David, big shout out to Ray Loose. If you guys are interested in scooping one of these, we are a dealer for them, so hit us up, check out the website, we'll have it listed up on there.
It's got race foam. This is a pretty bad clutch.
In addition, chain conversion notice.
All of a sudden this turned into all of this comes off.
Side quest!
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm using snap ring pliers as regular pliers, you know. Don't follow what I'm doing at home. These are not authorized pliers.
This will be the do as we say, not as we do episode. Keeping you guys in the loop, you know, because full transparency and all. We've received a lot of comments about putting quick shifters on Harleys, especially like at this power level. So that's what's in here. We've got quick shifter kit, but unfortunately, we are not gonna put this on this bike. Dynojet does not have updated software for the new 24s yet. We have to have this bike done in 3 weeks, which is soon. So Thundermax does actually have a total standalone ECU. What was the name of that other company?
Impact Wiring Solution.
Yeah, so there's like 2 companies out right now, Thundermax being one of them, so this was sent to us by J&P, so big shout out J&P, appreciate ya. Check out the link in the description below. So basically we'll throw this, it's a total ECU replacement.
Boy, you just got into the specialty today, didn't you? Yeah! What's in that tea? I don't know, but it has some kind of mushroom attached to it. Now I've seen elephants. What the f are you talking about? I don't know. Was I talking? I just work here, man. I don't know shit. Big socket. It says on the tool, do not use impact. But on the same token, I'll weld it back together if it breaks. Wheel. Fortune. These need to get ground off and or drilled out so that I can get this off, because it's going to go on the back side of here.
Joe, press sideways.
This is called the ring gear. This also has the sprocket. That's your clutch basket itself. This is the outer basket. This is the inner hub. If you flip this over, can't see it, but the hub is here. It's pressed in with a bearing. And this is all we're taking off the stock basket. Everything else about the stock clutch is going away.
So this is kind of funny because, you know, all those people that are like, belts are for your pants, Kruesi. So we're actually getting rid of the belt and going chain drive, but we're putting belts back on it for the Supercharger.
I do not like the sound. I do not like green eggs and ham. Let's see it. It's in there. Justin knew this, chose not to help a homie out. Disappointed. Watch there be a hole in this bag. That's always my favorite. See? It's got a hole. Right?
We even got red springs to match the theme. Just kidding. They actually give you a breakdown of like the torque capacity. You're up to 145 pound-foot. It's minus 20%, and those are the silver springs. If you're going up to 170 torque, it's a minus 5% clutch pull, silver and red, so you mix and match. And then if you're going 200, which is what we're gonna do, change in lever pull is plus 10%, which is gonna be all red. So we're gonna get all the red ones, install those, and we're actually gonna go up in our clutch pull, but only by 10%, which I wanna say on Goldzilla, whenever we did that upgraded Screaming Eagle kit, it was like 50%. Let's go pull it. Yeah, I haven't had to pull this clutch in like a while. I haven't ridden the bike in a little bit. Don't ask, because I don't know either.
It's the end of the day.
Yeah, been ready to go. This is a little confusing. I mean, you can barely see this, So it says to just refer to the setup, and you can see like it goes 2, 3, but then like you almost want to like pinch and zoom. I'd almost have to take a picture of that to see the detail in that. Usually it starts with fiber and ends with fiber, but this is starting with the normal plate. So maybe include that part in the instructions, just so that there's no confusion. I think would help out a lot. Just trying to help the end user here. Not a criticism.
No.
The end of the day, guys.
We're all ready to be done.
It needs to go on to 80 foot-pounds. 80 foot-pounds.
Slide the black cover off the cable adjuster. Check that the lever has large amount of free play.
Hey guys, go get your merch. Blockheadmoto.com.
I already got mine. What are you doing? Hurry up. Go. I mean, not now, after the video. Duh. Ooh, 5:41. Justin's here 11 minutes over time.
Putting that overtime in today.
Hit that like button for Justin putting in that OT. See you guys tomorrow in continuation of the ProCharger install.
Day 3.
Whoa. Welcome back. Just gonna address real quick because I don't think we have in the episode yet, but in a few of the previous comments, we had a lot of people correcting us saying that it's not a supercharger, it's a turbo, because it does look very similar to a turbocharger. But for those of you that know turbochargers, there's usually a snail here, and then there's a hot side on this side, and it is not driven by the crank. So that is a ProCharger supercharger. We also had people correcting us saying it's not a supercharger, it's a ProCharger. ProCharger is, it's a supercharger. A ProCharger is a supercharger. There are multiple companies that make superchargers. We'll just say ProCharger from now on. So just wanted to let you know, because the more you know, half the battle. If you want to correct me on sayings. All right, so we're continuing. Chris has gone ahead and filled the primary with primary oil. We also got the iconic custom derby cover on the bike, which I have to say, absolutely love, especially for the fact that it's on a supercharger cover. Just bolt that up. That's gonna be the outside.
You guys in your matching shirts.
Shut up, Justin.
This is the bracket for the coil. So we're basically just gonna drill some new holes more outwards on the bracket so that we can recess it further in so that there's clearance for the supercharger.
Looks like that clears.
What?
No, the paint's fine. It's that you're holding it in your hand.
Who cares?
I disapprove.
People will definitely criticize, such as Chris, saying hang it first. But yeah, that's just a high temp paint. Once that dries, plus it's gonna be behind a bunch of You're literally never gonna see the difference on that thing.
It clears though.
And clearing is half the battle.
Oh no, you're in your hole. It doesn't want there. We're almost home.
Ooh. Yep, there it is.
Alright, we're on there.
Bing. So after you're done installing your ProCharger supercharger, wipe it down with some Blockhead Quick Detailer.
Let's get it. Let's do it.
From fingerprints to fresh. Changes angle of this too though.
Just a little bit. It will.
We were talking to you guys about the obviously offset throttle body, but they've also kind of set it between the jugs even more. So normally it would come out here. So seeing as the ProCharger is made for the 23 and earlier models, yeah, it is much lower, much more offset. So essentially we need to get this angling this a little bit so it actually pulls this down and it's going to push this up.
I'd also like to take a quick side quest and go up to the parts store and get a universal hose. So then as long as we figure out the rear hole and make sure it's not in the way of the bracket. What you got? I think these bolts are going to be a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But we're going to try at least one of them. Remember, we're just kind of
yeah, we can always
testing.
We would want the bracket to go from end to end on this one, right? And then measure the hole.
Yeah, that looks pretty centered on it. If that's the mark.
Yep. All right, we're at the point of spraying the adapter ring. This thing has had a very long journey.
I painted in a tree. What? Yeah, it's naturing. That's good enough for the outside ring, huh?
All right, so it is end of day, 5:28. Got 2 minutes to wrap this up before these guys leave. So just to kind of recap on what happened today. So we pretty much have the ProCharger installed. We didn't have anything on that side. So I guess come around here real quick. All of this installed, which is considered, right, the ProCharger side or the Supercharger side. That side is considered the Intercooler side. So we got all the ProCharger installed. Basically have the silicone elbows on both sides. Everything's just kind of loose right now. We've got the pressure relief valve. I don't know if that's gonna work. We'll figure that out tomorrow. And then back over on this side is obviously where we're having to do so much of the modification shit. So we've got the custom hub, we've got a bracket here, and then Chris just literally just made his own breather bolts, which is crazy. So drilled them, tapped them.
Like, they still stand out a little too far for what we're doing.
Yeah, this freaking back bonnet, it sets close. We should have gone a little bit thicker with this, but hindsight is 2020, right? Once we get that done, should bolt up.
It's gonna bolt up, and it's gonna be a little bit more unique because it's gonna pull that supercharger in more. So it's gonna give you more leg room in the end.
So that's the progress for the day. Lots of fabrication and making this thing fit to the 24s. I think we should have it hopefully bolted up for the most part tomorrow, and maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well,
it'll be tomorrow for you guys. All right, okay, bye. Just kidding, it's gonna be a second for you guys.
Day 4.
I think that dog will hunt there. On the back side of this air cleaner, the bonnet or the air cleaner assembly, this piece here, it doesn't sit straight up and down with the engine. It actually is leaned. You can kind of see that here. Because of that, it's a little bit of a challenge to just make simple brackets because all the angles on them are a little bit different. What I ended up having to do was trim a little bit of the back side of the bonnet here to clearance the breather bolts. I also had to make my own breather bolts because the ones they give us have heads that are that thick, and that just won't fit for the setup that we're using. What I ended up doing was making this really ugly rudimentary bracket. This is basically just a piece of flat bar. I kind of welded and then shaped a little bit so that it fits. What we're gonna do is stick this on the back side. We're gonna bolt this up. You'll have your 2 stock holes in the air cleaner, 2 stock screws, bolt that up, and then the other screws will bolt down into the rocker box. We also went and ordered a 45-degree elbow, 2 to 2.5 inch silicone elbow. And the reason we did that, if you notice, once again, because our air cleaner's at a different angle and it's offset, this isn't exactly just a straight shot. It has a slight jog to it. I think we have modified everything that we need to modify to make this work. John is putting on the surge valve right now. He's getting that aimed.
We should probably end the episode here. Well, we're coming across a couple hurdles, you know? We're supposed to keep it real, right? So let's keep it real for a second. Tell you all the hurdles that we're coming across. We literally have a parts list of shit that we're missing or that won't work. We got the wrong Thunder Max. I f***ed up. J&P sponsored this Thunder Max. Before we unboxed it even, we noticed, okay, the connectors here don't match the connectors there. I've already reached out to Thunder Max to see if they could help us out. So we're gonna get this sorted out. The next thing we need is injectors. For some reason, I decided not to order them through ProCharger, even though ProCharger was like, do you want to just get those on your own, or do you want us to send them to you? And I was like, oh, we'll get them on our own, it's cool. Because literally, Daytona Twin Tech is down the street. So we got to take a walk down there to see if we can get some Blue Band 8.7 gram injectors. So we're waiting on calipers. We can't do brake lines until we have the calipers because we need to get the measurement. We're missing an amp. We need a front fender adapter because it doesn't match our current carbon fender with the new front end. The front wheel's coming off, rear wheel's coming off. You guys have seen that a number of times, so we're just gonna end the episode here.
Hey.
Will we make it?
Wrap still gotta happen.
Amanda is reaching out to a company for the wrap today. I was supposed to last week, and I forgot, because that's the way it goes. Hope you guys enjoyed this one though. If you did, do us a favor, hit the like button. If you guys like dogs, hit the like button. Kruesi, we're coming for you. We do have word on the event flyer, which we'll post right here. Happening at Cowboy Harley-Davidson in Austin. It's the finale, the build-off, kind of coming to a culmination. Kruesi's gonna ride from Phoenix. I'm gonna ride from Orlando. and that's about the halfway point right there in Austin. And there'll be, you know, bike show, stunt show, and then the final judging for the build-off bikes. If you want to continue to see episodes and content like this, subscribe, bell icon also. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your whoever, tell your dog. Catch you guys on the next one. Until next time, ride safe, stay vigilant. Peace.